Can you tell me that joke that I love?
Which one's that?
About young Robbie from the mountains.
It'd be good if you could have some music. What happens? The story is it's little Robbie McIntosh, and that's me. I'm come from a pretty sad family. Well, and we live way up in the mountains of Musselbrook, way up in the what's the ones up there? Anyway,
Son of the Bee.
You can't remember. Anyway, so
The Barrington.
The Barrington Tops. That's where the family live up there, and there's Dad and Mum and the three brothers that are all wood choppers. Anyway, so little Robbie McIntosh goes to school, and the teacher comes up and says, "Robbie, you've been good all year, but you're very quiet, and we've got the family do on, the yearly show, where you sing and hum and do that, because Timmy Pike's coming, and he's got to play the piano, and little Mary, she's got to play the violin, and Timmy Burke's got to do something too. So what are you going to do?" I don't know, nothing. Well, Robbie, what I want you to do is to go up into those bush and the trees and everything around you and just learn something, and maybe you can do something, and we'll make it a special event. Yeah, man, thanks, Miss Gorgeous. Thank you. So anyway, the big day comes up, and Robbie's parents decide to come down with the uncles with big fat tots. You can always tell the McIntoshes. They got they come into town once a year. I don't know whether the brothers are doing things to each other, but anyway, it doesn't matter. They come down. So anyway, it started up, and there's a Ford dealer. Tim Pike comes up here, and he starts playing the piano, and Timmy Pike, how you going? Away he goes, and everyone claps and goes and said, "Well, that's typical of Tim." And Mary Little Rottenbox, she comes out, and she's special, and she does the violin, and it all goes on beautiful. So what they've decided to do for the end of the night, they're going to bring little Robbie down just to get him too much trouble. There's about 600-700 people there. And Mrs. Schoolteacher, Mrs. O'Malley, calls out, and she said, now for our last event, we're going to drop the lights a little bit, and we're going to have little Robbie McIntosh from Barrington Tops. And he has written a note here too. Familiar farm calls. Come on, Robbie. My name is Robbie McIntosh. Familiar farm calls. Get off the fucking tractor! Thanks, Drew.
Thank you, mate.
It's time to run the Barracuda! Yeah! Everybody do it! Do what, baby? Come on and do the Barracuda!
G'day, viewers. Today's podcast was brought to you by Koala Karma, the chill out drink. I love this one today. Sit back, relax, crack a can of Karma Koala. And just actually relax. When is it that you'll buy a drink? It looks like an energy drink in a can or a bottle. It actually calms you down. Natural ingredients, all good stuff. That makes you step sideways at the end of your day. Makes you stop thinking about the problems of the world. And today, on today's show, I actually spotted him at the beach 2 days after he went to the Sunshine Coast to do the Aussie Lifesaving Titles. We didn't talk about it in this episode, but he's in the marching, I don't know, category or element of the surf lifesaving industry at the moment. And he's just an all-round champion with a million stories, and love him to bits. I learned a whole lot about him in this one too. So it's Rob McIntosh, Sydney, Policeman, Lifesaver, champion, salesman, natural speaker. Are you there, champion? Yeah. Rob McIntosh.
With me.
How are you, champ? Put it there.
Good, mate.
Yeah? You still tense?
No, in the caravans now, no tents.
No? What are you up to, mate?
Oh, just retired, really. Just semi-retired with no money.
Yeah?
Yep.
That doesn't matter to you, does it?
No, I got a couple of bags of
Hey, that was a bad question to ask.
Oh, okay, right.
Because that puts everyone on the spot. Like, what have you been up to? God, I don't know.
65.
Let me set this up then.
All right.
While you're here.
I'm here.
What are you with your feet over my side?
Because I know you.
Hey, I spotted you down the beach the other day. Mm-hmm. So, when I think of you as a guy that's been in the life club, surf club movement for a long time, but
I only started when I was 55, and I'm 67 now.
Beautiful. Okay, that's a better story. Okay.
Oh, story.
Well, so you're at Kurrawa.
Kurrawa now, yep. No, this next season will be my 10th year, so I'm 60. What am I? 66. Yeah, big 10th year. So yeah, Still doing proficiencies, swimming, saving. Usually when they go in the water, they hide when I come in anyway. So, yeah.
So you're down the beach every other week?
Oh, I live, on the most probably 3 times a day in the good weather.
Right.
Yeah.
What made you join? Which surf club did you join first?
Kurrawa.
Okay, right.
Someone said I couldn't do it, so I was 55. I was up here, and I said, "Reckon I could do it."
Excellent.
So you got to do the swim patrols. You know, the swims every year. It's 400 metre swim in the pool, 400 metre swim in the surf, and a board rescue. All takes about 2 hours.
Right, and that's the actual to pass the test to be
every year.
So every year, yeah. All right. So I've seen it in the paper when who's the chief lifeguard? What's his name?
Oh, that's the other guy. That's that. They're the professionals.
Right.
Yeah, they have it every 6 months, I think. Yeah, because we're amateurs. It cost me $70 a year to be an amateur.
Wow.
So we paid.
But still, yeah. Well, everyone has to join a tribe and a club.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to pay for the
it's all right.
paperwork there.
Yeah, it's just putting up with people, but that's good because there's some good stories on the beach too.
Exactly.
You know
exactly. And I like to I seem to categorise people now.
Right.
And there's people that shine all positivity. And if you say to someone, "Oh, I know him, he's a lifeguard," and you're at a barbecue, everyone kind of goes, "Oh, is he?" You sort of get all chippy, like chirpy, like you'll categorise that person in this zone. And to be honest, that's why you're here today, because I know you as being one of those people that always has a great story. You're like,
this is another story coming up about lifeguard.
All right.
Do you remember that guy who stayed at my place, the Pom, Alan?
Yeah, mate. Yep. I was at his 60th. Yeah.
There we go.
Yep.
Well, him being in construction and that for years, and I didn't really know, but he's a real pain in the backside once you get to know him.
Pom, right?
No, he's a real good bloke, but he's always having a go at you type of thing. Anyway, long story short, he said, looks like we've pulled a job up at Wiggins Island. And I said, "What's that?" I said, "What's that stop-go stuff that you use?" He said, "No, he works in this roofing company or whatever. He's the boss." And he said, "If you get your resume together," I said, "I don't even know how to change a drill." Anyway, so I got resume together. And
what age was this? This was recent?
18 months ago. So I got long story short, I got a resume done, and one of the blokes who's all he does in his life is put a drill in a drill machine and drills it.
Drill bit, yeah.
And he said, "I saw your resume. It was professional." I said, "Well, what do you expect from me?" So anyway, and he'd been doing it for 25, 30 years. And I'd never done it before, but I was supposed to, because I put down that I had 19 years experience with guys from the surf club. They all gave me resumes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I got this, I think it was 95. No, 205. What are we now? 205? 204, 205. I got a letter. I put in my resume and I got a letter. You're flying into Wiggins Island.
Wow. At what, 65 years old sort of thing?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, you're a young bloke. I know that last place we worked together, you lied on your application. And I put you as being like 55 or something.
Yeah.
You're like a good 10 years plus younger than who you are. Okay, keep going.
Okay, so this is the day. Well, Alan, the guy who was supposed to be the boss at the time. So you have bosses, and he's just a guy that runs the roofing team. And I'm just the first night I met a couple of guys on the boss, and there was a pommy bloke. He's a bit bossy. Next morning we all had to get together, and there's 120 of us at this group, and my name was called out, and I'm shitting myself. I'm going, what in the bloody hell's going to go? Rob McIntosh, you know. I said, yep. He said, you get your gang, and you've got the ute. I've got a gang. I don't even know how to put a drill in a bloody... Anyway, so I said to this pommy bloke, I said, look, you seem to know bloody everything. I said, so just hang by me and I'll survive. And that's what happened. So I finished up working under him. So he'd yell and scream, and he was a bossy bugger. But at least for 9 months, he was part-time. But there's another story. The third night, so you go and have a beer after work. You're allowed to, at Calliope. It's all great place. You have 6-star living. Got your own queen bed, foxtel, 4 meals a day, and you have a bar. Anyway, someone said, oh, Alan's got in from holidays. And I said, oh, yeah, that's all I need now. Because I haven't seen him for, he'd been away at Christmas for a month. So here I am, I still vision it. I'm coming down, walking out. I've just come off the bus, and I could see the bar in front of me, and here he is, laughing his head off. And this is what he just said. Here he is, the gay lifesaver from Kurrawa.
Oh, to a room of...
To everyone.
Explain what you're wearing.
Well, I had the gear on, the workers gear on, and I was just,
you didn't have fresh white shoes or anything.
No, he just
you know what I mean?
he just said that. Good on you, mate. Good to see the kids here. Here's the gay lifesaver from Kurrawa. So I sat down. And they said, so this big bully says, how do you take it? And I said, oh no. I said, what do you mean? He said, what do you get under the table and give me a head job, or do you do it round the corner? So. This is getting a pretty, and this bloke's he ducked under doors, so he's a big bloke.
Yeah.
And he kept getting on to me, and I said, I'll tell you, listen here, and I won't mention his name because he could be in jail. Right. But anyway, so I said to him at the end, we're having a few beers. Yeah, you have about 4 or 5 beers. I said, the greatest thing about you, Bryce, that's his name, big fucking bully, I said, with the money that you're earning here, you'll be able to buy a suit. He said, why would I buy a suit? I said, because I'm taking you to court. Anyway.
Wow.
So Alan. Oh, yeah. So it's.
Wow, it's getting pretty heated.
And Alan's still bloody laughing. Other people come in. Here he is, the gay. Never stopped. Anyway, that night, got a bit dark, dark on and you walk home, you're going back to your loggings and that. And I saw this Bryce just heading by himself because they're all cowards when they're by themselves. Yeah. And I said, Bryce, I want to talk to you. And he bent round and he said, what? And I kissed him fair on the cheek. And he and I finished up being good mates, but he always calls me the gay lord. And I don't know what that means. Just because we used to go out and he said, here he is, the gay lord. I said, hello, everybody. And that was Wiggins. And out of one guy that was there who's a very... technician told me he was the best driller in the world. I mean, because they come up to me and they'd sit there and how many do you drill? And I said, well, listen here, because it's a real big fucking job, drilling through 1.5 mil of steel all your life and just putting a thing in.
That's it.
I mean, that's heavy stuff. That's brain waving.
Or like rivets.
No, big bolts.
Bolts, right. So, and that's the whole job, holding a big drill, drilling. How many mils is the thickness of the drill?
The drill would be about
10 mil.
10, 100. I don't know. It was big anyway. I didn't do much of that. So what they did, and they said, oh yeah, I said, well, okay, Barry, you're picking on me. He said, you shouldn't be here. I said, well, do you know Alan? I said, yeah. I said, well, that's the only way you got the job, and the only way I got the job is because I knew Alan. He said, but you don't know what you're doing. I said, well, I do. I said, you do not know who I am, do you? And I walked away.